Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Mike the Maniac here, and welcome to my new channel where we are uploading all kinds of high quality, diverse content. And this video is going to be the first video of a series that I've wanted to do for a while now. And this is going to be sharing some of the legal knowledge that I have learned over the last 3 years, both in family court and in criminal court. So the easiest way for a spouse or former lover to drive a wedge between yourself and the relationship you're trying to have with your child is by exercising a restraining order. This is very easily done. For example, if a female contacts a law enforcement agency and files some sort of complaint or notifies them of some sort of a domestic violence issue, the law enforcement agency is then obligated to follow up on this inquiry, whether it's valid or invalid. Now, to take that a step further, her allegations and claims can be completely false. Now, let's take that residential or domestic situation and apply it into the courtroom. So you go before a judge, and a judge is obligated to protect the party that is filing the complaint or that is providing the inquiry. So it is very common for a judge to issue a restraining order in a situation, whether it is valid or invalid, simply to protect the parties, because the judge would not want to not issue the restraining order and then somebody gets hurt or killed. Then it's bad on the judge. That same scenario translates into real life contacting law enforcement agency. So in that very same manner, a female can contact the police department and file a domestic violence complaint, whether it's valid or invalid, and the law enforcement agency is obligated to follow up on said female's complaint. So if that is you, or if you find yourself in that situation, plan on having the police show up at your house and being investigated and having your property searched, including your body, for anything illegal, drugs and weapons. So the idea here, or what what happened to me was, the mother of my son has basically has a restraining order on me and has my child listed on the restraining order, which makes it extremely difficult and almost financially impossible to see my son, because I have to pay not only child support, but I also have to pay to have a monitor or social worker there present during my time with my son, which is almost nothing. I get 3 hours once a week. Now, there is a shady and extremely questionable move that restraining order attorneys will try to pull when they are trying to get a restraining order exercised on a party, and this is what they do. They will give you what could be considered inappropriate notice. They will notify you, let's say by email, the morning before, by 10 a.m., I believe, legally. However, they will not give you the papers that they are filing, nor the appropriate papers to respond. What happened to me was exactly that. I show up the following day in court. Opposing counsel hands me those documents in court the morning of, giving me no opportunity for counsel or a written response, and the judge accepted my verbal declaration right there on the spot. This I do not recommend. If you are inappropriately served, or you feel like your third-party rights have at all been infringed upon or have at all been violated, go before the judge and ask for a 30-day extension. 99 times out of 100, you will get it. So her attorney did this move on me twice. However, after 4 years, I had learned his moves and I was ready for him the second time, and I did exactly that. However, I was given only 9 days to respond and not 30. So men, protect yourself. I would say record arguments, record instances if they are escalating and it is not you. I would say document, try to get as much documentation as you can in place. Do everything you can to protect yourself. If she wants to get a restraining order exercised on you, that's fine, but leave your kid out of it. So in review, very easy for a female to get a restraining order imposed upon her male counterpart, whether it be valid or invalid, and whether it be in a residential domestic situation or in court before a judge. The law will always err on the side of caution and being conservative, protecting the parties. So even a temporary restraining order is a situation you don't want to be in. Let's say a 90-day TRO. She can very easily go back at the end of those 90 days and make up more stuff and justify some sort of 2-year extension or continuance, all of which you do not want to be involved with. Make every effort possible to have your child left off of any sort of restraining order or TRO if one does such develop. Do everything you can to protect yourself, documentation, videos, pictures, tell a friend, have witnesses, and then don't create a liability for yourself with your behavior. Keep drugs and alcohol out of the situation as best you can if that's part of it, and do everything you can to protect yourself and keep the relationship between you and your child. That is very important for our children. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video of the series. I will continue this. We will go into more detailed discussions on family matters, and I will also introduce topics for discussion on criminal matters if you find yourself in one of those situations, all of which is current, relevant, up to date, and I hope it helps. Just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and if you're in this situation, you can sympathize. So that stack of papers on top is my deposition. The giant binder in the middle is my 4-year-long case prepared for trial. Underneath that is my very brief case that I take with me on every court visit that I've had over the last 4 years. And there she is. This is the rest of my case. I don't know if you can see all that crap. And then if we come over here to my closet, this is all legal stuff. I have to keep it sort of panned out to protect my privacy. It's all legal stuff, all legal stuff.